I am a beta when it comes to that. I try not to be a beta with a lot of things, but when it comes to, sitting down and talking to mama and just, like shaking on the inside and being nervous on the inside,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that space yet. Like, just tell me, like, what I need to do just so I don't feel angry at all towards anybody.
Okay. Justin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
All right. I didn't want to stay with you for too long. I'd called a few times. And it's about the returning to the father
Yes.
situation. I'll be honest with you. I tried to reach out to my pops, but he ain't really budging. He not really, answering his calls. And, like I do speak to my moms, but I haven't like had the conversation with her. And I feel like, I understand those two things are holding me up from having perfect peace.
Yeah.
But like I will say that,
Justin,
I do feel
do me a favor. Hold for me. Don't hang up. Hold for me. Let me take a quick break, all right?
All right.
Okay, hold on. And Justin, you say you haven't forgiven your mother yet?
I haven't had that conversation with her, like when we do talk, it's just the same basic on the surface conversation. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? But I haven't sat down and said, Mama, I apologize for resenting you and hating you and, having all these bad thoughts. Even though I didn't know I had them, the spirit knows I have them.
Right.
The practical me don't know, but the spirit knows. So I haven't had that conversation with her. And as far as my pops, I'd be trying to reach out to him on Messenger. I really be trying to get in touch with him. We talked earlier this year, but I haven't heard anything from him since.
Well, don't try anymore. Just realize, it sounds like you've done this, but just realize your father could not help himself either, just like your mother. He couldn't help. He did the best he could. He had not worked on his life, so he didn't know how to help you. But why have you? And so don't try to call him anymore. And next time you talk to him, if you talk to him again, you can deal with it. But as long as you realize that he couldn't help himself and I'm wrong for resenting him, you'll be fine.
Okay.
And why haven't you had the talk with your mother?
Because I punk out. Like, how you say, like, you get, I am a beta when it comes to that. I try not to be a beta with a lot of things, but when it comes to, sitting down and talking to mama and just, like shaking on the inside and being nervous on the inside, I haven't gotten to that space yet. But I do want to say this, though, Jesse. Ever since I've been listening to you and you talk about, do the silent prayer, I started doing that a few months back. First I started doing it for 2 minutes at a time. Now I'm currently doing it for 5 minutes at a time in the morning and in the afternoon.
Right on.
So
right on.
I will say that I do feel a little less angry because I had a job opportunity recently in Orlando, but that kind of, went to shambles, and I didn't get that angry. And, this year I've been tried by people. I haven't gotten angry. I even got robbed the day before Thanksgiving. And yes, I was angry for that moment, but, like listening to you, like I'm just understanding that it's the devil in these people that's controlling them. It's not them, themselves. So like I'll say my hate and my resentment done went down, but it hasn't gone away. And I know I haven't had those talks with my parents yet, but until I do that, like, is there a way that, that I can not give people any type of power whatsoever in my mind to where, like they can do something small, they can do something big, and, it hurts my ego. Because I know you say hurting the ego is a good thing because it's the spirit inside you fighting the devil inside you. But am I on the right track by doing the silent prayer, at least until I had that talk with my parents? Like, just tell me, like, what I need to do just so I don't feel angry at all towards anybody.
Okay. Number one, stay with the silent prayer so you can become conscious, the mind of God, meaning that you want to always be present, not lost in your head about the past or about the future, which doesn't exist anyway. So practice when you go through a door, when you walk in one room to another one, when you're getting in and out of your car. Be aware of getting in your car and out of your car. Be aware of getting in and turning the ignition on. And just practice those little things, because I promise you, once you truly forgive and someone try to hurt you or rob you or whatever, you won't get angry because there will be no anger. The spirit of anger will be taken away from you. It'll be taken out of your mind and and the emotion will go with it. the emotion of anger, because it's not you. It will be taken away from you. So there will be no trying not to get angry. You just won't think of getting angry because you have control of thoughts, and meaning that they'll be gone. It wouldn't be there, so there would be no thinking about being angry.
And it doesn't matter if somebody's actually touching me, right? Like if somebody had like a needle and they kept poking me with that needle, whether it practically hurt or not, I could still be able to laugh it off, right?
Yes, absolutely. By being aware and just know if a thought, a thought about anger and the feeling come, don't call it you. Don't say, "Oh,
Okay.
I'm angry," but you can say, "Oh, I see that spirit. That's not me. Those are not my thoughts." So you can stop identifying with them, and as soon as you stop identifying with it, it'll be gone. It'll be taken away. And when
Okay.
you go and forgive your mother, it's gonna be it's gonna be amazing.
So
The-
that's pretty much like the cherry on top when I had that
yes,
conversation with Mama.
absolutely. And you're not gonna have courage to do it. You're gonna only get the courage after it is done. You're
Right.
gonna have to face her shaking in your boots, thoughts going crazy about, oh, she's gonna get mad, you're gonna hurt her feelings, and blah blah. You're gonna have the feeling of fear in your stomach, in your body. But once you go through that, paradise is on the other side of that once you do it. It's like lifting weight. You don't get muscles until you lift the weight. You can't get muscles thinking about the weights.
Right.
So you're going to have
Well,
to face your mother.
yeah, one last question, and I'm going to be fast. All right, because when you talk about consciousness, I feel like I am more conscious. But when I
Yes.
do walk outside and I walk amongst people, like, I have.
Your phone went out, Justin. Hold on. Don't hang up. I'm going to give you to Sean, and he'll let me know when you're ready. His phone went out. Do not hang up. I'll come back to him. Justin.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you
Sorry
about
about
to
that.
say I have when you go outside, you have what?
I like you said, be conscious. I'm conscious in everything. You know, like when you played a sound clip from Charleston White earlier today,
Yes.
and I feel everything he said. Like when I'm around black folks, I don't feel comfortable. I feel
Yeah.
conscious. I feel alert. I'm on guard, but I still have that resentment in me. So, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong for being conscious and having like a frown on my face? It's not on purpose, but it's just because the way that I feel, I still have it on my face. And listen, I feel the same way about white people too, but I don't feel like a white person is gonna rob me, but I still feel like alert and on guard. So I'm
Yeah.
not wrong for feeling that, am I? That's
No,
just my way of being conscious, right?
you're neither wrong nor right. And so when you catch the frown on your face, relax,
Okay.
and let the frown on the face pass. And you're neither wrong nor right. I promise you this. I promise you this. You're neither guilty nor innocent. You're neither right nor wrong. You have never done anything wrong or right in your whole life. God is not judging you. All of your sins have been washed away. You've been really free all your life. You just didn't know it because you believed the thoughts when you became angry at your mother. You believed the thought, you fell into unconscious state, and you believed thoughts and feelings all your life. And that was another nature working through you. It was never you. You are really a free man. It's just that you don't know it because you believe the thoughts and feelings.
Right.
You're
I
not
got
a
to keep that.
sinner nor a saint. You have never done anything wrong, Justin. It's always been something working in your mind and body, and you thought that it was you, so you call it you. So when you're out and about and around the blacks, and you notice that you have this frown, don't play tough and don't play not tough. Just be aware of what's around you. You'll be of those thoughts, and you'll be fine.
Right, and if other folks, take me the wrong way, then that's on them. That's something they got to work on themselves. It ain't got nothing to do
100%.
with me.
It had not. You have not one iota of nothing to do with the way another person think and feel. They were already that way when you met them. That happens in the home. And if they get angry, they can't blame you. They will, but it's not your fault.
Yeah, right.
Or if they feel good, it's not your fault. It was already in them.
Yeah, that's why, I just been more on guard as far as like letting my guard down to people, as far as being more open, but again, like you just said, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a good person for doing it. I'm just being conscious.
Yes.
And that's how I have to roll,
Absolutely.
Things start, opening up for me, but, regardless of, whether I'm still in the dark at night, I'm going to stay conscious.
As long as you practice staying present rather than living in an illusion of the past or future, life is just going to happen naturally, and it's going to blow your mind. And you're not going to know the amazing things that's going to happen in your life because you can't think about what's going to happen because you don't know what's going to happen, right? But it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. All right, Jesse. I'm gonna call back definitely. I'm gonna call back next week, and I just want to keep you in the loop of what's going on with me.
Okay, absolutely.
I appreciate you
amazing.
taking the time out.
You're welcome, buddy. Call me again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amazing. Everybody dealing with the same thing. It's all in the mind. And pills won't help that. It's a spiritual problem. It's not physical. Pills will not help that. Isn't that amazing? I talked to counsel with people who are taking medication for post-traumatic stress and all that, and they're just a high. Sound like they're talking from underneath the earth, speaking from they're high with spiritual, psychological problems. And the dumb educators give you pills.